Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on Cooking Cuisine with Jeannie. And you see in the background, the red wok is warming up for shrimp fried rice. So let's get started. Here are the peas and carrots. It's quite a bit. This is about 12 ounces. And but you could use less, and you could use less rice. You could maybe use 3 cups of rice if you want to cook a smaller amount, and maybe a cup of peas and carrots. And you can use fresh peas and carrots, or you can use the frozen like I did. And here we have 1 white onion, finely chopped. And here are the eggs. A lot of people just use 1 egg or 2, but I usually always use 3 because I have a little bit more rice than usual for most shrimp fried rice recipes. And here is 3 cloves of garlic, crushed up. Crush it really fine, okay? And here's green onions or spring onions, and cut them up to, nice small pieces. And then I have another little side thing for the green onion. This is for garnishing. This is for garnishing only, okay? All right. Now, I'm going to, and here's the sauce. You want to make your sauce up in advance. I made this sauce up out of the different soy sauce and sesame seed and so forth. I make it in advance and I put it all together. And I'll show you the different sauces that I use. And I use 2 tablespoons each. And then I have another cup for the sauce right here, because when you're making some dishes like shrimp fried rice, it's really kind of taste as you go. Okay, so I have this here in case we need this, and so I won't have to hold you up and make it all over again. Okay, all right. Now, okay, this here is I use this. This is dark soy sauce, and it is actual Chinese brand. A lot of times we make our shrimp fried rice with the kikimon Japanese soy sauce, and it's very good too. The Chinese meals comes out really good with that. This here is Pearl River, and this is the light soy sauce. Again, this is an actual Chinese brand, and you need 2 tablespoons of that. And this here is the hoisin sauce. You need 2 tablespoons of this. So you don't want to overdo it, especially with this hoisin, because if you overdo it, you'll end up tasting mostly hoisin in your Chinese recipes. Okay, and I'll put that there. And then here is oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is powerful, but it makes your food, your Chinese dishes that calls for it so delectable. Okay, now this is the oyster sauce. You want to just go with maybe 1.5 tablespoons to start with. Okay, alrighty. And this is a sesame seed oil. Sesame seed oil is very powerful too. This here goes a long way. You can use a small amount, and it will take you a very long way. Okay, all right. This is Badia Complete Seasoning Sazon. Okay, this is not the red Sazon, which I love that too. Okay, and I'll be seasoning the shrimp with this. And we'll also be using some magic. Salt-free. It's completely salt-free. I try to get as many of my seasonings as I can as salt-free. I'm very salt conscious, but sometimes I know you have to have salt, okay? And here is a pinch of garlic that we're going to use some garlic in there. Powder. Garlic powder is just as good as garlic salt, so I just go with the powder to alleviate the salt. And I put the salt in on the side, okay? And then here is ginger. Just a smidgen of ginger. You can use fresh ginger too. Okay, and you're gonna season this to your taste. Okay, and that should do it. And when I mix it up, if it looks like it needs a little bit more, see, I have my gloves on. If it needs a little more seasoning to go throughout, I will put it in. Now, these are frozen shrimp. And when you use frozen shrimp, you want to make sure that when you're making fried rice, you want to make sure that your shrimp or whatever you're using, whatever type of protein you're using, you can use anything. You can use Spam, you can use ham, whatever you want to use. You can use chicken, but you want to make sure your meat is, if it's frozen, like this was frozen, and so I want to make sure it's good and dry. And I took it out yesterday, and I let out the water after it thawed out. And then you take a paper towel, and you just kind of gently massage it till it's good and dry, because it will fry better and the color will be nicer. Okay. Now that looks good. That looks well seasoned. When at the Chinese restaurant, a lot of times the takeout, they don't always season the shrimp, but I season mine, and it tastes so good, so very good. Okay. All right, now the grease is really good and hot, and it's popping everywhere. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm a little afraid of it. I'll be all right. Okay, now when you add your shrimp, and this is with a lot of other things too, when you're frying something, you don't want it all close up together so much, because what happens is, even though it's in oil, it'll kind of steam instead of frying. Okay, so here I go with my shrimp, and I'll try to spread it out as best as I can. You don't have to use a wok. You can use a very large skillet. Or if you just make it use a little skillet. Okay? I'm gonna spread it out as best as I can. Now, I have added butter. You see the white looking, kind of foamy look? I added butter in with my oil, along with my oil. Now, I'm not gonna be able to spread this out as much as I like to, but you don't want them on top of each other. Okay? And I love it when it's a lot. Now, on takeout, you don't have this much shrimp in it. Just a lot. But it's a nice amount. Takeout is good. But this is better than takeout. Number one, because the shrimp is seasoned. Okay, here is our beautiful shrimp fried rice. It is gorgeous, and I tasted it, and it's scrumptious, as I always say. Scrumptious is my word. It is beautiful.